It is finally time for me to do everybody's least favorite skill, agility. I recently started a new hardcore Ironman following Bodhi's guide that gets you to Song of the Elves as fast as possible. Last time we went over everything that kind of happened day one, and now we must start the agility grind. We've done a decent chunk of things though between day one and beginning the agility. I don't know, just some notable things were we did Witch's House, got some nice HP levels. We did Tourist Trap. I almost died there. Tree Gnome Village, Waterfall Quest. We did a bunch. If you want to follow the guide along with me, I will make it the first link down below. I've been streaming it almost every day on Twitch. I'd highly suggest you swing by. But today we got to talk about the agility. For a long time, you would always just go to Canifis and get your graceful at the very beginning of an account so that you could run everywhere without running out of run energy. But they recently changed how run energy works, and now graceful outfit doesn't mean nearly as much, and it's all about the levels. But you do some really fun methods. One of the methods is the spam clicking at the Brimhaven Agility Arena. You go to this one spot with floor spikes, and you just spam click and you jump back and forth.
Come to these floor spikes, and all you're going to do is just jump back and forth on these. Keep your health low as well, because it should hit less damage and heal when needed, and you can buy food outside.
And you literally do that, I believe, from like 38 agility all the way to 60. It's not that bad. I actually like that. All you do is just you don't do much. There is a video link in the Bodhi guide on how to do it. It's right here. Then we're going to go and do a couple laps at Sears. And then this is where it gets really interesting. Okay. This is where it gets fun. From 65 to 68, to be more specific, from 65 to 627,000 agility experience, we will be at the agility pyramid. We're going to do this because now at that point, our agility level will be high enough that we're not constantly failing, and we're going to make over 1 million GP, which is going to set up the account for everything we need to get to Song of the Elves. We'll use this GP for runes, for MTA, for 70 smithing. This is going to finance everything we do. We don't have to get graceful anymore, and now we get to become a millionaire. Anyways, let's go get rich. Dude, I just been out here doing agility. 23 laps left and we're done with Sears. I've just been doing agility nonstop. Well, actually take a look at this. We have 437,000 experience in agility and 607,000 total. All these agility levels to die to P4 TOA again. Dude, I might even die P2. I'm gonna be real. Like, dude, I got one more TOA death in me. Bodhi's days are twice as long as my days. I don't know what's going on in the UK, but they just got more hours per day over there. I don't know how he's doing fucking 15 hours a day right now. I'm not even fucking 10 hours a day. I'm a disaster. Yes, dude, I do have updated money pieces. Welcome. Like, look, you want to see the whole? I'll show you the whole drip. All the pictures I showed to the lady of my hair I wanted were K-pop guys. I got it dyed going down this side, and then all right, I just show that side. And this side, I think it's like dyed underneath back here. Not looking at myself, so I can't remember where. Hey, know how to look cool for the UK? I gotta blend in. I'm gonna lie, that looks terrible, dude. Can you believe this guy? You know, that's not what your mom said. Oh, the other thing they did that you guys can't really tell is all my hair got dyed darker. My hair is like one shade darker brown, and now I got blonde too. This is all for the UK. I can't believe I did things to impress British people, but I did, you know? Might as well stop brushing your teeth too. Dude, I've been next to someone on an airplane who is British and didn't wear deodorant, and I don't get that. Like, why do the British, British are very normal people. Bodhi and Jesse have always smelled great, but like some British people actually don't brush their teeth or put on deodorant. I don't understand. My question is, how haven't you failed an obstacle yet? At 65, there is a dramatic drop off. Wow. Who said that? Dude, my old guy that used to cut my hair, his name was Jaden, and he was extremely flamboyantly gay, but I loved him, dude. He was so good. And then I think he got fired from the place I went to, because one time I went there and he wasn't there, and some other lady had to cut my hair, and they were just shit talking Jaden the whole time. I'm like, dude, that was my boy, dude. No one cut my hair better than Jaden cut my hair. Probably because he was just making me look good, dude, because he wanted to make out. Now she's near. Now Caitlin cuts it. I miss Jaden. Bet you didn't know, dude. It was crazy. I was just sitting there getting my hair cut, and then like all the haircut ladies are just talking mad shit. And I'm like, fuck, dude, I think they're talking about the dude who cuts my hair. And then I realized they were, and it was so awkward. I like don't know if they knew that he'd been cutting my hair for a long time. This is a supercut story? No, I went to like a salon. I don't know how I found this guy. He cut my hair better than anybody else ever. And then, yeah, he was gonna be there. He wasn't there. They were all talking shit, and then I never saw him again. He was cool. He was ex-Mormon, went to BYU, Idaho. Like, he didn't go on a mission, but me and him we connected very well. We were very similar people. There's levels to this shit, dude. It was so uncomfortable for me, bro. It just like was so. I stopped going there after this time because it was so uncomfortable the whole time. After that, just shit talking my barber without them knowing that he's not a barber. This was a salon, okay? He was a hairdresser. After that, the lady next to me who was cutting hair, and I guess one of her clients called in to get an appointment, and he didn't know her name, and so he told the lady at the front desk that he was trying to book an appointment with the chubby one. And then the lady in the front desk like figured out who the chubby one was, and then came back and told her that he was coming in 30 minutes and that he referred to her as the chubby one. And I'm gonna be real, this lady was not that chubby. Like, she really wasn't. Like, she was pretty. She was in shape. Like, she wasn't skinny. Like, she wasn't skinny, but she wasn't fat. She just, you know, she had a little bit of cushion for pushing. And dude, it was so awkward. I never went back, dude. Never went back. And at one point, they like, she's next to me, right? This one lady's cutting my hair, and I'm just sitting in silence because this is so awkward. And she goes, "Do you think I'm chubby?" It's like, oh my God, I want to go home. I want to go home. I don't want to be here anymore. Mom, someone come pick me up. Oh, it was so awkward. I mean, I could see why that guy said that. Chubby, bitch, you're fat. She wasn't fat, you know, but she was chubby. She was a little bit, you know, probably had a normal BMI, you know. Everyone else was a twig. Pleasantly plump. Yeah, she was just normal. She was just, you know. We're gonna like buy some art for the house, and I'm gonna get like old cigarette ads. I don't smoke cigs though, but I love cigarette art. I don't know why. Something cool about it. Maybe I should start smoking cigs. Everybody in the UK smokes cigs, like all the UK streamers. Not Bodhi and Jesse, but like they all be smoking cigarettes. But they call them slurs. I'm not saying it. They do. What did the lightning bolts by the names mean? Oh, why does my lightning bolt? I don't know. Well, actually, the reason is back in the day when I worked in web dev, it was for my own company, right? We were like a legit company. We worked with dentist office, and we were called Storm Code. Like, I just took the lightning bolt that was part of our company logo because I had designed the company logo, and I just turned it into, it's really interesting. I actually turned it into my sister's stream. My sister streamed for a little bit, and it was all her stream stuff. And then she stopped streaming, and then I started streaming like a year later, and I just stole all of her stuff. Yeah, that's what it means. So it's from my sister's stream, but from my work. So this is like the third repurposement of my logos, dude. I was never beat up in Mexico. Like, one time there was a homeless drunk guy that wanted to fight, and he had a crowbar, but he was like 5'4", and I was probably gonna kill him. One time I baptized this one guy that was homeless, and the next day he was dead. Someone beat him to a pulp on the train tracks, and then the train ran over him. Bad RNG. I always think like, dude, did we cleanse him of his sins, and now he's going back to God perfect because he died the next day? I did not kill the homeless guy, but dude, we baptized him, and the next day he was murdered and then ran over by a train. What are the odds, bro? That's an insane 24-hour period, you know? You're excommunicated now after the prophet hears about this one. Okay, so there's just one story in my mission. Same little city. Some missionaries took some kids. Didn't take some kids. These kids were playing soccer at church, and they were like, yo, do you guys, if you lose in soccer, you get baptized, and we throw a pizza party. And if you win in soccer, we just throw the pizza party. And this group of kids were like, yeah, we'll play you in soccer. You know, one thing about soccer is missionaries always win. The amount of times I've beat kids in soccer and they had to get baptized was a lot of them. Okay, we won't count them, but there is a decent chunk of kids that lost in soccer that got baptized. So anyways, these kids won. They end up getting baptized. They go home to their parents. They tell their parents. The parents call the cops. The cops show up to the church and arrest them for kidnapping. And they're in jail. And then this one guy that was in charge of our mission knew this one guy that was in the cartel. And then the guy in the cartel went into the jail and got the missionaries out of prison with the snap of his finger. I'm sorry, the kids won and still got baptized? No, sorry, the kids lost and got baptized. I may have misspoke. The kids lost and got baptized. But the point was, we're like, hey, dude, if you win, we'll throw you a pizza party. If you lose, you get baptized and we'll throw you a pizza party. And that's why it was so easy to baptize kids, you know? Wait, that's wholesome now? Well, the cartel had to get involved in the missionary. The missionaries all got sent home that did that. They were in big trouble because they kidnapped. You're not allowed to do that. But this way, it was so easy to convince kids to be down for the baptism because, like, if they just said yes, they were getting a guaranteed pizza party with a 50-50 chance that they had to get baptized. And the thing is, in the kids' heads, they thought they were going to win the soccer game. They never won the soccer game. They got sent home. Overreaction. Yeah, they did. They were allowed to go back out, but they all got if they did go back out, they got sent to a new mission. Sounds like a cult. The Mormon church. Yeah, the Mormon church is very culty. The Mormon church is not a cult, but it is culty. In the Mormon religion, where if you're married to if you live under the same roof as the opposite sex, like your boyfriend or girlfriend, not like if you're roommates or something, but like, let's say you live with your girlfriend, you can't get baptized until you get married because you're technically having sex outside of marriage. And you have to be like following the rules of the Mormon church before you get baptized to some degree. So what we would do is we'd have to be like, hey, you guys can't live together, or B, you need to get married. And that was the angle that we mostly pushed. We pushed the angle that we had to get married. And marrying people can just be really annoying. Like, they just don't want to go to the courthouse. They don't want to pay the money. They actually don't mind doing it in Mexico. It's just like the bureaucracy behind it, which prevented a lot of marriages. And so what we did, or what actually these guys, like, I was involved with none of this at all. They took me as their companion and I like tagged along like 3 weeks into living in Mexico. Like, I just started. And these guys, we took like 4,000 pesos, or maybe it was like 10,000 pesos. I don't know. It was thousands of pesos. And we drove out to the middle of nowhere and we paid this one judge all the money. And what she did is then she essentially gave us a blank stack of marriage licenses. They were almost like blank checks. Like, she had filled in all the spots that as a judge she needed to fill in so that we could just go to the people, write their names down and say they're married, baptize them, and then submit them. And that's what we did. So we had all these blank stacks of marriage licenses, and we were just marrying people, bro. We were going into their house and being like, all right, you sign here, you sign here. This is already signed by the judge. Boom, kiss, you're married, which is fine. Except we started to turn in those marriage licenses and they started to get rejected because like 75% of those people had already been fucking married, dude. Oh, it was crazy. I don't know what happened. I just know that happened. I was very young at the time in my mission, but it was a big legal debacle, dude. Yeah, we baptized a lot of people and we broke some laws. And but I didn't like that was not my plan. None of that was an idea that was mine. I was just like, because missionaries had to go like you had to be in pairs, and these guys were actually the APs that were doing this. So these guys were like the top dogs in the mission. There was nobody higher than them that could be like, that was a missionary. It would only been like full-on adults. And yeah, it was my like 3rd week there, and they just needed a partner, so they just grabbed me and took me along. And that was crazy, bro. We were in the middle of just like cartel land. Like, you guys have no idea. You need to find Tasty's old friend and get Tasty Life from him. Bro, if I actually got fucking Tasty. Oh yeah, look, his private's open. Dude, can we crowdfund this? I don't think that's the one though. Tasty? I mean, that's the one I fucking want. I can do 1 billion GP, but that's all I got. This guy probably just gets off on people asking for how much his name is. I knew this guy was gonna have his public open because of like what his name is. What is World 100? Oh my God, he's playing RS3. Oh, you bully. Dude, this isn't my fault. He's playing RS3. The name has been tainted. You guys ever log into 2004 Scape? It has 600 concurrent players the other day. I've been doing a little bit of 2004 Scape on the side. What dumbass restaurant are you going to with Bodhi?
Oh my God.
I'm going to 3 dumbass restaurants. We got quite the agenda. I'm really excited. We're going to Frog, which is a 1-star, and we're going to Fat Duck. We're going to one other one I don't know the name of. UK food is shite. Dude, I can't wait to shit on it. Fat Duck is probably like this, like Probably my top 3 restaurants I've ever wanted to go to in my life. Like, I want to go to the French Laundry. I've always wanted to go to the Fat Duck. And then there's one more restaurant in Monaco. And like, those have been my top 3. And I get to go do a restaurant that's in my top 3. Paying $100 a plate for beans and mash is crazy. I don't know how expensive it's going to be. Thank God the Eagles won the Super Bowl, bro. Dude, if the Eagles didn't win the Super Bowl, dude, oh, would have been bad. I'm so cooked. Dude, we gotta get back to the pyramid. I'm too fried. And you guys didn't even see any of that. Bro, I got hit by a jungle spider. And then I ran straight into a Brudu victim. And he fucking entangled me. God damn it, bro. That was fucking awful. Just instantly lost like half of my HP. Might as well stay here till 15 fishing for trawler. No. We just need like, we'll get like 100 Kramojani. I almost lost the hardcore. You gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. I'm so mad. I think Bread Dog 2 might die. How am I gonna get back? Coom to that one. I have no way back to Lumbridge. When Bodhi did the laps, did he have a kitten and Kramojani? He probably didn't. No, yeah, what am I doing? Bread Dog's gonna die. There's nothing I can do about it. Should have just followed the Osiris CG. You imagine Bodhi comes in his stream. Oh Lord, how's the guide going? Oh, you know, I just switched to Osiris. Oh my God, imagine if you're polygamous, but you just got like a triple or quad stack bed, like bunk bed, but like with like more than 2 stories. Bunk beds are the best for jump pumping. Nothing like a good soak. Imagine how tired you'd be if you had 15 wives. Yeah, no, that was only 5 punches, bro. I'd be exhausted. Is soaking real? Oh yeah. Everyone in college soaked. It's not sex. You lie. It's so funny because when I sit here and I tell you guys that soaking's not real, it's just like, shut up. We all know soaking's real. Da, 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 da. But then when I conceive it, I'm like, yeah, you know what? Soaking is real. Everyone's like, you fucking liar, bro. You know you ain't fucking soaking. What exactly is soaking? It's just when you stick it in and let it sit there. But what happens is like you grip up as tight as you can. And then you got your boy. He goes to the other side of the bed and he jumps on the bed for you. That's called the jump humper. So that's how you do it without making Jesus upset. That's gotta be a good friend. Oh, the highest of honors, man. If you have a bunk bed set up in your dorm, it's not a jump humper, it's a dick kicker. And he goes to the bottom bunk, the soakers go to the top bunk, and he just goes under and he kicks it. That one's way better. I ain't gonna lie to you. That one's almost like feels legit. We weren't allowed to have cats in the dorms, but I went and I got a cat. And me and Nickmo, we had a cat. And we'd have to hide it. And one time we hid it in a drawer, but then we forgot about it. We remembered like a couple hours later. One of our roommates fucking turned us in for having a cat because his girlfriend, fucking bitch, she said that he had to tell on us. And he did. And then she dumped him the next week, bro. And I had to give my cat away. We had to give our cat away, dude. So annoying. Bro, and that guy didn't have a car and I did. And he'd ask me for rides. It's always the homie's girlfriend that fucks everything up. It really was, dude. I had to post on Craigslist to give it away once we got caught. And we went to this lady's house and we like gave the cat away. Bro, but the lady was like psycho. Fucking insane, dude. Like we set our cat down and then her cat comes over and they almost instantly break out into a fight. She's like, oh, don't worry, they'll be friends. We had 2 to 3 days to get rid of her or else they were gonna evict us. She was certified. Like she had mental illness. Like she was nuts. Do you have a website you like using for looking up Mishies? Yeah, you can go on the Michelin site, but almost all of my Michelin knowledge is it's a YouTube channel called Alexander the Guest. I've just watched every single one of those videos and that's kind of how I like get an idea of ones I want to go to. But then when I'm going to a city, I'll go on the Michelin site and see like what is there. Michelin, name of a tire, isn't it? You know, it's the same company, right? Why is a tire company reviewing restaurants? It's actually very interesting. Back when cars first came out, only the richest of rich people could afford them. And the richy riches lived in the cities. And Michelin had an issue where they needed people to drive so that they would buy more tires. So then Michelin came out with a guide of places and like restaurants and hotels to travel to because they were so amazing to get the rich people that lived in the city to go venture outside the city. So they would review restaurants specifically outside the city and boom, that's how it started. Kind of crazy, huh? I'm not even kidding. It sounds like I'm trolling, but it's not. All right, so here I am at a Michelin star and like the star, like the plaque will literally be outside the restaurant. And if you zoom in, the motherfucking Michelin, man. Today you learned. Not gonna lie, I thought you were trolling. Yeah, that's why I whipped that out because I didn't think people would believe me. That is why they are Michelin star restaurants. Am I wearing pants? I'm wearing shorts. I haven't streamed in underwear since like, I don't know, when I first started doing CG, kind of weird I would wear pants at home. Dude, sometimes it's cold. I gotta wear pants. You have a specific outfit for when you tob? That's pretty fucking hysterical. The guy with the side tattoo does topless in celebration of 2,000 tobs. I love tobs so much. I got a 3-foot scythe on my chest. Who is that? No idea. Do you think he one-ticks the maze? He looks like he one-ticks the maze. Anyone ever randomly remember T-Papa paid for a hooker, got scammed, then paid again for the same hooker to kill Jad? Bro, that shit got me partnered. I miss Haley. Can we look at my video idea list and see if there's a banger? Oh, okay. What it's like getting hired at Subway in 2025. I have a hidden camera. I take 50 milligrams of weed and I go to Subway. I do the job interview and I get hired and I keep showing up higher and higher every day until my boss finds out and fires me. But we filmed the whole thing. I know of the Iron Dragon death, but I wasn't here for it. What happened in the 5 minutes after that death clip? I went on a rampage blaming RuneScape for making a shit game. I blamed everybody but myself and was yelling for 5 minutes straight. Behemoth went in and clipped my entire fucking meltdown and put the whole thing in Behemoth the next day. Then I was still upset. I never drink. I was still upset the next day that I died. I got drunk and then was fighting with everyone in the comments for like 10 hours. And then I woke up the next day and Behemoth deleted every single one of my comments. And now I own the channel. Isn't that funny?